The Geigor conversion is finished, and my Geiger has slain a Badin and stolen his sword. Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, I'm just about to show you my completed conversion of Geigor the Fell-Hand from the Burning of Prospero set. But first of all, just a quick shout to Emperor's Path and TheRoute, the two channels which actually instigated this little GEIGOROFF. So go and check their channels out, the links are in the description below. I'm also going to link up Frost and Fists and also cruorangelussilicis, who both very, very kindly sent me the Geigor model. So go and check all four channels out for me, that'd be awesome. And let's have a look at my Geigor conversion. Okay, so here is Geigor. This is the standard model built as stock. Now, my Space Wolves army is a 13th Company army. They've been locked in the Eye of Terror for 10,000 years. So having a Geigor model, sort of a 30k model in my 40k Space Wolves is sort of going to work. And part and parcel of that, the army, A, has battered armour where they've been lost for 10,000 years, and B, they've stolen Chaos armour and replaced some of their Space Wolves armour where they've not been able to get original Space Wolves armour to replace it with. So, bearing that in mind, let's bring in my conversion. Okay, so that's the original, and that is my converted Geigor, and I have to say I'm really, really happy with how he looks. So just from the last video, a quick update. Primarily I had the sword and the head to complete. So first of all, the sword. I had this Badin sword, and I had a great suggestion from Commissar Gamza a while ago on one of my videos that I should have a Badin sword in my Space Wolves army because it sort of would fit quite nicely, and I thought, what's a better model than Geigor to do that with? The only issue that I had was the Badin sword, which is the old metal one, was a left hand and not a right hand. So what I had to do is I went in and I cut out the hand in sort of a centre area, and then I just gradually cut the hand off and filed it down so I had a flat area on the top of the sword and the bottom of the sword. I then got that Chaos arm, I drilled a hole in the hand, and it's got a pin going right the way down through the shaft of the sword, through the hand, and then through the little handle section just at the bottom. So this is all pinned and super glued together. It's really, really strong. I'm really happy with it, and I think it looked pretty awesome on him. I also went in and did a bit of battle damage, so I put this Chaos shoulder pad on there and battle damaged that up. Did a little battle damage on the bottom of his leg here, and as you can see, he has a dead Chaos cut-off head on the bottom there, and I just green stuff in some blood stuff, so that's going to be all blood at the end. And the reason why I did that, because I couldn't decide which head to go for. If you remember from the last video, I said I liked the Geigor head, but also I think the Chaos head on there would match my 13th Company quite nicely. So I had a good suggestion on my last video, how about magnetising the head, and thought, yes, that's the best option. So I drilled a hole out in the body and in the two heads, and these heads are now magnetised. Of course, he's not glued to the base, but that head comes off, as does this one on the floor, and that magnetises onto the body, and this head then magnetises on there just for storage, really. Oh, there's wolf pelt, which is only blue tacked at the moment because I'm keeping that off for painting. So there you go. So now I can have the Chaos head actually on the body, and for storage purposes I've got the wolf head on the floor, and again, because that's going to be covered in blood and stuff, it will just look like the head's been cut off. So I thought that was really, really cool. Really, really happy with that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the Chaos head for when I play him in 40k, because he's probably just going to be like a Wolf Guard leader or something like that in the army, or maybe a stand-in character. And then if I play him as 30k, which I do plan on playing my Space Wolves as 30k. They're all in 30k armour anyway, pre-heresy armour. Okay, it's got the normal Space Marine armour, but I made it as 30k as I could. I cut off all the purity seals, etc. And of course it's painted in the old grey colour, so it would work perfectly in 30k. So I was thinking that if I use him as Geigor in 30k, I could just swap the heads around, and then when I'm using him as a different character in 40k, I can swap the heads around again. So I thought that was really, really cool. So that is it, conversion done. Obviously you need to get him painted at some point, so watch out for the painting of this guy, and I'm going to leave you with some pictures of the conversion. Thanks for watching.